Number 10. Piers Morgan. One could argue Piers Morgan's vendetta against Meghan Markle, which appears to stem solely from the time she apparently ghosted him after one drink together, tanked his gig on Good Morning Britain. But when he's not issuing harsh words against the Suits star, the former CNN host can be found bad-mouthing her husband. Yes, Prince Harry has also regularly ended up in the crosshairs of the disgraced ex-newspaper editor. In the space of just 1 month in 2021, Morgan went on Hannity and claimed that the royal only criticized the First Amendment because he doesn't want to be held accountable by the press, tweeted that Harry's a hypocrite who makes money off his public family drama, and offered his support to Noel Gallagher's anti-Harry tirade. Of course, Morgan had plenty of time to weigh in on the Sussexes. He walked away from his hosting gig on TV show Good Morning Britain live on air after fellow presenter Alex Beresford challenged his constant harassment of Markle. Number 9. John Oliver. Despite his fancy shirt and English brogue, comedian John Oliver is far from a monarchist. During an episode of his HBO talk show Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, he stated, "I think my position on the royal family is pretty well documented. To me, they're like a human appendix. We've long evolved past needing them, and there's a compelling case for their surgical removal." Oliver pronounced King Charles, among other things, the world's least likable orphan, and a man whose face only a mother could love and only 2 cousins could produce. Oliver was particularly severe on Charles. Number 8. Jeremy Clarkson. Former Top Gear host Jeremy Clarkson has never been the most sensitive of souls. The TV personality has built a career on offending pretty much every minority group, after all. So it was little surprise that he didn't think much of Prince Harry bearing his soul on his Apple TV Plus docuseries in 2021. This man is an army officer, so he should know better than to make a program in which he waxes lyrical about the awfulness of his upbringing. Clarkson wrote in his regular The Times column before adding, "The me you can't see is what it's called, though the me you don't want to see is nearer the mark." He then put forward the theory that such spoiled brats will end up overshadowing those individuals who seriously need help with their mental health. Number 7. Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly's talk show was famously axed by NBC in 2018 after a questionable defense of blackface, so she might not be the go-to person for a nuanced take on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's allegations of racism during their high-profile chat with Oprah Winfrey in 2021. But of course, that didn't stop the former Fox News correspondent from sharing her unsolicited 2 cents on Twitter, and she didn't spare anyone involved in the interview, not even Oprah. Kelly argued that the talk show queen's questioning lacked specifics, while also accusing Markle of unjustly berating the press, the palace, and even her father. But it was the prince who bore the brunt of her criticism. In a tweet, Kelly wrote, "Harry won't spill the beans on which family member was concerned about the color of his kids' skin, so they've basically thrown the entire royal family under the bus. And Harry claims they haven't put in the work as he has in educating himself." The podcaster then took a dig at both Sussexes, asking, "Have you ever witnessed such privileged individuals wallowing in their own perceived victimhood?" Number 6. Sharon Osbourne. Sharon Osbourne made her loyalty clear in the one-sided Piers Morgan vs. Meghan Markle battle. With a tweet defending her former America's Got Talent colleague, she reminded everyone that being paid for your opinion means speaking your truth. Not even the backlash she faced for supporting Morgan on Good Morning Britain could dampen her spirit. During her appearance on Real Time with Bill Maher in 2021, Osbourne dismissed Markle's claims of racism and boldly labeled Prince Harry as the poster boy for white privilege. Even after leaving the talk, amidst a racism scandal, Sharon Osbourne didn't hold back. She scoffed at Harry's complaints about being cut off financially, stating, "Boo-hoo, you're a healthy, bright, educated young man. You can do whatever you want, your life is your own. Talk about privilege." Number 5. Candace Owens. Candace Owens is never one to hold back. Unsurprisingly, she didn't disappoint with her scathing response to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's chat with Oprah Winfrey. After suggesting that the Duke of Sussex was caught in an emotionally harmful relationship, Owens tweeted, "Meghan Markle is less than 25% black. Her son is less than 12% black. Blaming her blackness for everything that happened to them is a sickening level of scapegoating. And what Harry is doing to his family, who can't respond, is simply unforgivable." She couldn't resist coming for Harry after the premiere of his Apple TV Plus project, The Me You Can't See, 2 months later. Referencing the mental health documentary series, Owens tweeted, "It's been 3 days since Prince Harry gave another exclusive interview about how much he and Meghan despise his family. Someone should really check on them." Number 4. Paul Burrell. You can always rely on the man Princess Diana called her rock to share his opinion whenever there's a story involving her family. After Prince Harry's mental health documentary series, The Me You Can't See, premiered in 2021, former royal butler Paul Burrell expressed his disappointment. Burrell believed that Harry airing his personal matters in public will only bring him more pain and regrets. Burrell also thinks that Meghan has encouraged Harry to seek therapy and change his mindset, but he worries that Harry will be left broken when everything comes to an end. Number 3. Lawrence Fox. Born into a showbiz dynasty, Lawrence Fox was once a semi-respectable actor known for playing sidekick DS James Hathaway in the detective drama series Lewis. But lately, he has taken it upon himself to rid the world of wokeness, even running for mayor of London in 2021, only to be bested by YouTube prankster Nico Omilana, with a measly 1.9% of the votes. And let's not forget his favorite target, the royal family's most high-profile couple. Meghan Markle bears the brunt of his abuse, with Fox claiming she left the UK for America simply for a little extra attention. But don't worry, he doesn't spare Harry either. Just check out his reaction to their interview with Oprah Winfrey on Twitter. On Twitter, Fox referred to the former Suits star as the Duchess of Woke Victimhood and added Her Majesty should strip these greedy, hypocritical, freeloading, narcissistic brats of their titles. They're the exact thing they accuse everyone else of being. Ouch. Number 2. Meghan McCain. Prince Harry caused quite a stir when he talked about a core American constitutional right on the Armchair Expert podcast in 2021. While acknowledging his limited understanding as a recent arrival, he pointed out the potential for exploiting loopholes instead of upholding the intended meaning. This sparked more discussion, with Meghan McCain disagreeing and reminding Harry about the importance of respecting the First Amendment. Despite their differences, McCain did express admiration for Harry's wife on The View earlier. Number 1. Sean Hannity. Prince Harry's comments on Armchair Expert about the First Amendment ruffled feathers and triggered another Fox News regular. Sean Hannity introduced the Invictus Games founder as England's royal pain in the butt on one of his show episodes in 2021. After implying that Prince William's younger brother needs some education, the conservative commentator directly addresses the royal family, saying, "Harry, we don't really need your lectures on the First Amendment from England. Just so you know, it's the same First Amendment that allowed you and your wife to spill the tea on your own family during the Oprah Winfrey interview. You two didn't hold back when it came to accusing your family of racism." Hannity then wondered if Harry should consider relocating to a place more compatible with his restrictive ideas. Number 10. Chrissy Swan. Many others had different ideas when Harry and Meghan initially became public. Australian TV personality Chrissy Swan had the belief that Meghan is not real. "For some reason, I still haven't warmed to her," she posted on Facebook. When asked about why she hadn't warmed to the Suits star by royal family supporter and health author Andy Liu, Chrissy reacted with this: "It's her manner. She looks like she's performing. To me, she looks like she's portraying a concocted humility. Acting." Another commenter said, "I have reservations too. I'm not sure she loves the man as much as the role." A different Facebook user said, "OMG, I totally agree. A bit fake." Number 9. Trevor Engelson. Regarding Meghan and her previous relationship, Meghan's ex-husband had some harsh things to say. They had been dating since 2004 and got married on September 10, 2011, at the Jamaica Inn in Ocho Rios after spending years together. A few years later, when everything was going south for the marriage, Trevor allegedly remarked that Meghan had done something that felt like a piece of something stuck to the bottom of Meghan's shoe. Meghan had done something that made him feel like a piece of something stuck to the bottom of Meghan's shoe. In August 2013, Meghan filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences due to her booming profession. In his book Meghan, a Hollywood Princess, royal historian Andrew Morton revealed that Meghan mailed her diamond engagement and wedding rings back to her split spouse. Number 8. Erin Foster. Comedian and author Erin Foster is well known for her criticism of many celebrities on Instagram, including Meghan Markle. Erin shared a picture of Meghan on Deal or No Deal days when she was a little girl in November 2017 with the remark, "Never forget." She once shared a different picture of Meghan carrying a briefcase from the same episode, along with the even more offensive remark, "This briefcase is filled with my plans to be famous." It is no secret that Erin views the princess as nothing more than a vapid social climber who craves attention. These remarks are more simply plain mean than entertaining for a comedic performance. Number 7. Corey Vitiello. Another bitter ex, this time it's an ex-boyfriend. Corey Vitiello was the last boyfriend Meghan settled on before going for the prince. Corey met Meghan when she was filming for Suits and the couple sprung it off, sparks flying like it was the 4th of July. The two enjoyed each other's company for 2 years before breaking things off in a clean manner. That's not the end of the story though, as it tends to be with Meghan Markle. Corey is a renowned chef, and when Harry revealed that he proposed to Meghan over a chicken roast dinner, Corey posted a video of him whipping up a beautiful chicken dinner. Not very subtle, Corey, but I appreciate a good chicken. Plus, at least the man didn't roast the couple or anything. Number 6. Prince Andrew. After Meghan's much talked about engagement to Prince Harry, she was officially invited to meet the royal family members. While Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip were warm and welcoming to the princess-to-be, Prince Andrew showcased quite the opposite behavior. A source informed that he portrayed dislike for Meghan compared to the other royal family members, and it was quite noticeable. Even though he didn't utter anything rude to her straight up, his gestures was cold enough to convey the message. I never understood people who don't welcome a new family member with open arms. Like, if you know you're going to see them every day, or even just every now and then, isn't it easier to be nice to someone rather than cast an awkward shade on them? Just have some small talk and chill out, old man. Number 5. Jan Moyer. Jan Moyer is a British columnist. During the time when Meghan was going through her first few engagements in public, Jan posted a column to the Daily Mail titled, "Why does Meghan Markle need to be so huggy-wuggy? Youch, probably because she's married to someone she loves." Jan continues in the article, "I have begun to ask myself, who the heck does Meghan Markle think she is?" Jan continued to showcase her disapproval of Meghan by saying that it's way too early for Meghan to start behaving like Diana and being so fondly. She also stated that Meghan shouldn't believe that she can change the lives of the distressed citizens only with a blinding smile and a warm hug. Looks like someone is jealous. Number 4. Katy Perry. It's just outright silly how Katy Perry dissed Meghan Markle and her wedding attire given her own very questionable fashion choices. In an interview with Entertainment Tonight, Katy made it evident that she was clearly not a fan of the wedding gown. She trashed the Givenchy gown and said that she would have definitely done one more fitting. She also voiced that Kate won all the way. Katy Perry has worn so many worse things than a Givenchy dress. Are we really not going to talk about the music video for California Girls? No? I mean, come on. Number 3. Donald Trump. In the past, Donald Trump has spoken on how he is not a fan of Meghan Markle. Trump, speaking to a media personality, said, "I think she's very disrespectful to the royal family and most importantly to the Queen." He also went on to say that he was not a fan of Markle. "I'm not a fan of hers. I wasn't from day one. I think Harry has been used horribly and I think someday he will regret it. I think Harry's been used and has been used terribly. I think it's ruined his relationship with his family and it hurts the Queen." I didn't think Donald Trump would have such a strong opinion on Meghan Markle, but I guess he has an opinion on everything. Number 2. Katie Hopkins. Controversial media commentator Katie Hopkins has accused Meghan Markle of social climbing as she stepped out with husband Harry for a series of final engagements as royals before they began their lives of private citizens. This is what Hopkins had to say on the matter. "The whole of Britain is probably joining me for the first time in my living memory and wishing the back of Meghan. We're done with her," Hopkins told Today hosts Carl Stefanovich and Ali Langdon. She's used us really like a springboard for her celebrity lifestyle that she wants. And she hasn't even brought baby Archie over to see the Duke of Edinburgh or the Queen, and that's hugely disrespectful. The Duke of Edinburgh is not going to be around much longer. He's not exactly writing his Christmas card list for 2021, and she's gone and left the baby behind. That last part didn't age so well, but hey, Katie, just relax. She was already leaving, no need to get so angry. Number 1. Piers Morgan. Piers has said many things about Meghan Markle. None of them are quite pleasant. In one incident, Meghan Markle discussed her darkest times when she had thought about taking her own life. Piers Morgan responded to these comments by saying he didn't believe a word on a massively publicized news broadcast of Good Morning Britain. After this, he received plenty of backlash and was given an ultimatum. He either apologized publicly or he lost his job. What do you think is the logical thing to do? Well, Piers decided to quit. That's how much he hates Meghan. While away from his old job, he produced a new talk show, Piers Morgan Uncensored. Before it aired, Piers said this about his appearance: "She will be in for a very unpleasant surprise when I emerge like Lazarus from my den. I realize Piers is always on the list, but he really deserves to be. Come on, man, just let it go already."
First up, we have Elton John. Elton John was a major source of support for the royal family, especially for Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle, but now that's all in the past. He famously rewrote one of his songs, Candle in the Wind, in tribute to Princess Diana after her passing and even performed it at her funeral. John's friendship with the couple runs deep. He was the one who advised them to avoid using royal family lawyers and instead hire outside counsel when they were threatened by the British press. During a period of hostile media coverage, Elton John also invited them to stay with him as a show of support. His husband, David Furnish, even got involved with Meghan on an animated series called Pearl that was unfortunately cancelled before filming could be completed. Despite being offered a chance to perform at the King's coronation, Elton John declined. Next up, Prince Harry. Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex and son of King Charles, has been vocal about his dislike towards his father. In his interview with Oprah Winfrey, he stated that there's a lot of hurt between him and his father, Charles. He also mentioned that he felt let down by him and that he would have expected more support from his family during difficult times. In his memoir Spare, Harry revealed that his father, alongside his stepmother, would leak stories to the press about him to gain favor in the media. Harry wasn't exactly a fan of the press after hordes of paparazzi essentially caused his mother's passing, but his relationship with them didn't get any better as he grew up. When he was a teenager, the tabloids published stories about Harry taking substances. The problem? Charles indirectly worked with the press and approved the story. Charles wasn't looking great in the press, and a story about a single father struggling to control his substance-abusing teenage son made him appear better. Number 8. Adele. Adele's packed tour schedule was the reason why she couldn't make it to the King's coronation. After all, her Las Vegas residency was much more important, and attending a royal event in 2023 would be completely scandalous, especially considering the accusations against Prince Andrew and the release of Spare. Allegations of him having a close friendship with Jeffrey Epstein and having an inappropriate relationship with one of Epstein's victims still lingers in minds today. Adele appearing at a royal event would only look bad for her and her reputation. Number 7. Princess Diana. The late Princess Diana, mother of Princes William and Harry, had a very toxic relationship with her ex-husband, King Charles. In a private interview recording in 1991, she revealed that she knew Charles wanted to become king, but she feared for what it would mean for her sons. She also mentioned that the royal family saw her as a threat and treated her poorly. Princess Diana allegedly claimed that she believed Charles was planning an accident in her car that would leave her with a serious head injury. This would allow him to marry, she reportedly wrote in a note to her former butler Paul Burrell just 10 months before she passed in a fatal Paris car crash. Paul Burrell kept the note secret until 2003 when he revealed the note's existence in his book, A Royal Duty, in which he claimed the princess had handed it to him as an insurance policy. Although we are not sure if this is entirely true or not, we'll leave that up to you all to decide. Number 6. Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle, the wife of Prince Harry, has also had a strained relationship with King Charles. In their interview with Oprah Winfrey, she revealed that she had never met Charles before their wedding and that he stopped taking her calls when they decided to step back as senior members of the royal family. During their interview with Oprah Winfrey, Harry and Meghan made a damaging claim that a senior member of the royal family questioned the potential darkness of their son Archie's skin. Meghan mentioned that Charles had multiple conversations with Prince Harry about their son's skin color, along with concerns about his security and title. However, she did not disclose the person's identity, but some royal fans have already guessed who it could be. Number 5. John Oliver. Despite his fancy shirts, English comedian John Oliver is far from a monarchist. During an episode of his HBO talk show Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, he stated, "I think my position on the royal family is pretty well documented. To me, they're like a human appendix. We've long evolved past needing them, and there's a compelling case for their surgical removal." Oliver pronounced, King Charles, among other things, the world's least likable orphan, and a man whose face only a mother could love and only 2 cousins could produce. Oliver was particularly severe on Charles. John Oliver was quick to shade King Charles. Number 4, Craig David. Craig David may have taken the stage to perform for Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee, but he decided not to grace the stage for King Charles's coronation. It appears his invite might have got lost in the mail. He is among many stars that have performed for the Queen, yet refused to perform for the King. We can only wonder why. Could it be a miscommunication like with his invite, or maybe there's something even more mysterious going on? Whatever it is, we'll never know. All we do know is that Craig David joins a growing list of celebrities who are willing to perform for royalty, just not for this particular king. Number 3, Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan, the master of songwriting, famously declined an invitation to King Charles's coronation ceremony. While it may have broken royal hearts around the world, Bob had his own reasons for not attending, including personal preferences and a notoriously anti-establishment attitude. Refusing to be a part of such a grand display of power and wealth, Bob's comment on the situation was, "Sorry, Your Highness, but I've got my own court to attend to." Number 2, Sir Rod Stewart. Sir Rod Stewart, one of the most beloved British singers with a career spanning 5 decades, refused to attend King Charles' coronation concert in May. Despite his knighthood in 2016 and long-standing loyalty towards the monarchy, he has decided to stay in Las Vegas for his Caesars Palace residency instead. Speaking to Daily Mail, Rod said, "I think I've worn out my royal welcome. I think I'll leave it to someone else. I will be in Vegas." But his wife Penny Lancaster worked the event as a police constable for the City of London Police, which she completed her training for in April 2021. She was even on duty at Queen's State Funeral last September near Queen Victoria's Memorial outside the palace. And last but not least, at number 1, Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne, the heavy metal icon and master of shock rock, refused an invitation to attend King Charles's coronation because he simply just wasn't interested. His career is full of bold moves and daring decisions, but this time it was a simple no from the Prince of Darkness himself. He was content to stay at home and focus on his wilder plans. He may have missed out on a royal affair, but in true Ozzy fashion, he found other ways to stay entertained. Being tied in with the royal family just isn't a good look for anyone right now, and it seems like all these stars caught the hints. But let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you all enjoyed, and we will see you in the next video. Bye!